Hi, welcome to Bella's Vistas. We bid a fond farewell to the Bay of Fundy and we're making tracks for the Newfoundland Ferry. We're just cruising down the road. Starting to look very maritime by now. There haven't been a lot of changes to this road over the years that I've been covering this part of it. Headed on to Cape Breton Island and across the Canso Causeway. It's all stayed pretty much the same. Maybe a couple different restaurants or things, but mostly it's the same. I guess you can't change asphalt and salt water all that much. But we're blasting along here. I've made this trip so many times over the years. First time was in 1973. We're coming along. Wow, we're in town now. Look at that. Nice little town. Whoa! Wow, that was a close call. We're just booting along here. Now we're getting on the ferry. It was pretty hot sitting on the parking lot waiting to get on the ferry. They had us in line for quite a while. It's a lot cooler now when we get in the shade. Inside the boat is cooler yet. There's a big camper in front of me there. These guys really know how to pack everybody on there like sardines. They've had years of practice, I guess. It's nice and bright in here now. The ferries are a lot bigger and cleaner and brighter than they used to be. Here we go. Look at all the nice lights and everything. They used to have to chain your cars down on the ferry. There's still tie points, I guess when the weather's super rough. There's a lot of stabilizers on the boats now to keep it smooth for the crossing. Wow, a real Indian motorcycle. That's the real deal. Wow. I'm up on the deck now looking around the harbor. Some boats around, little fishing boats. The big ferry boats are there. Another fishing boat going along here. Quite a nice day, really. Bright and sunny. No fog or rain or anything. High wind. There's always a high wind, it seems like. Here you can see the captain's cabin on the ship. This is looking out the back. There's our flag in the water. There's the marine flag. CN Marine. Beautiful big ship. There's the helicopter pad. Nice sunny day. Few fluffy clouds. Just amazing. Beautiful. I always enjoy the ferry crossing. It's not as, it used to be really wild back in the 70s going on these boats. It was a little hairier. It's all pretty smoothed out now. Our crossing is finished. We're arriving in Port aux Basques. There's the lighthouse that we see welcomes us. Little fishing sheds along here. Everything's a lot cleaner and brighter and newer than it used to be. I'm always glad to get off the ferry. I like getting on and I like getting off. It's just great the sense of freedom that you have, and you're in another world when you get off that boat. Everything is different. It's just great. The weather's different. It's cool. It's really cool. The ocean smell. Here we are. Following the traffic. Headed off. We're going to try and get to Wreck House and camp there tonight. It's not that far of a trip. I'm going to stop and let Bella have a walk for a little bit and stretch her legs and feel a bit better, and then we're going to start making tracks for Wreck House. It's not that far to go. Some of the truckers just pull off and stop right here and rest up, I guess. Here we are at Wreck House. Look at that sky. Wow. This is the place where they used to get the phone calls to know if it was safe for the train to go across. Get 200-kilometer-an-hour winds would blow the train right off the track sometimes. Beautiful sunset we had. Just amazing. A lot of bugs, a lot of biters in the grass there. I went out here. There was some seating there to sit there and feed the mosquitoes and the black flies. I didn't stay out that long. Waited until the sun went down, got a few shots of that, and then I was glad to get back in the van. What a sunset. Wow. Something about the sun and the ocean really, really does it for me. Now the sunset's over. This is just over the mountains in the background. Wow. And in the morning, the sun comes up again and we're back on the road. Just waiting for my coffee to kick in, but we're headed east. We're going to keep driving east for quite some time. Going to check out the alpaca wool shop in St. George, Cape St. George. Here we are now, pulling into the wool shop. Been coming here for years. Mary gets some alpaca wool to do some knitting with. It's really amazingly soft wool. It's a bit expensive, but here's the alpacas out in the yard. They're really interesting animals. I guess they're like llamas. I don't really know that much about them. Now this I know is not an alpaca. That is a goat. That's a billy goat gruff. Inside the store there's all kinds of things you can buy. If you don't want to knit your own socks, you can buy socks. You can buy things from as far away as Peru. Handmade items made in Peru. Hats and mitts and coats. Now we're out at Cape St. George. Look at that landscape. Wow, what a rugged coastline. I love coming up here. It's a long, long drive and there's not all that much to see, but what there is to see it's been like that for eons. It's just amazing. I love to get up there. Bella likes it too. She doesn't pull me too hard when we're up on the top of a cliff like that. I think she knows better than to pull us over the edge. Sometimes she really gives me a rough time. She's behaving pretty well right now. Look at that coastline. Wow. There's the tundra here. Now I'm looking at some lady slippers. These are like a carnivorous plant. They catch flies and eat them, sort of along the same line as the pitcher plant. But these are a beautiful yellow color. It's a close-up on a couple of them. I've been photographing these for years too. I'm not really sure why, but I'm drawn to them. So tundra is little different tiny flowers and yellow flowers and purple flowers. It's pretty amazing. It's a lot of variety of things here. Wow, a nice cluster of lady slippers. I took the time to put a close-up ring on my camera to get close to this and use a little bit of supplemental flash lighting to really bring it out. There's some wind. You can see the flowers are moving in the wind, so you can't do as much as you might like if it was a quiet, calm day. The rocks, well, the rocks don't blow in the wind, but your tripod will move a little bit in the wind. Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like and subscribe. When you subscribe, don't forget to click the notification bell so that you'll receive notifications of our new videos. It really helps us a lot. Thanks.